All right, guys, we're going to add to our notebook today, and I didn't think this through, apparently, because we're actually still going to be talking about points of concurrency. So really, this is going to go to page 59, truly. Oops. And on 58 and 59, which are pages we have not filled out yet, we are really going to be looking at finding points of concurrency on a grid. So if we turn to 58 and 59, you'll see that we have a bunch of graphs over on 59. I'm going to start on 58 though. So if I want to find the orthocenter, I need to construct the altitudes or at least two altitudes, because the thing is, all three of them are going to intersect at the same point. So I really don't need that third one to tell me where the intersection is going to be. So I really need to just draw two altitudes, and that would be enough to find my orthocenter. So to do this, to draw an altitude, I need to pick a side and find the slope. And I need to do this because an altitude has to be perpendicular. And I can find perpendicular things on a graph by finding the slope and doing it opposite reciprocal, because then it will be perpendicular. So this gets me that perpendicular thing. Okay. So once I find the slope of that line, the weird thing is then I actually have to go to the angle opposite of that and do the slope that I just got. So starting from the angle opposite of that, which will be a point, because like where two lines come together is a point, and that's an angle, I'll do the slope that I just found, my perpendicular slope, and draw a line through there. And then I need to do it at least one more time to get the altitudes. Next, I can find the circumcenter. Oh, typo, oops. Circumcenter. By drawing the perpendicular bisectors. And again, like all three of them will get me my point of concurrency, but really I just need two to know where to go. So the way that we do this in a grid is I pick a side, and again, I find the slope, and I need to do, oh no, I'm sorry. I will find the slope eventually. This is the midpoint though. Oops. Find the midpoint by doing half slope. Okay, so I find that the length of that line, or by doing the slope. So like if I have to rise 6 and run 2, instead I'll rise 3 and run 1. So we'll do half slope to find the midpoint. That'll get me the bisector part. And then at the midpoint, I need to do the opposite and reciprocal slope, so perpendicular, of the slope that I just found. So I'm going to use that slope that I just got for two things. Half of it to get the midpoint, and then opposite reciprocal of it to do the perpendicular slope, because I need the perpendicular part. Draw a line, and then do it one more time to get the circumcenter point of concurrency. The last one that I can do is the centroid. I can't really find the incenter on a graph because the incenter is made with the angle bisectors, and I can't really know about angles on grid lines. I really just need a protractor for that. So the last one that we'll do on a grid is the centroid, and we need to construct that by drawing at least two medians to see where they cross. And so when I'm drawing a median, I need a midpoint connected to the angle. So to find the midpoint, like I did on this last one, I do half slope. And then I just connect that to the opposite angle. So this is kind of the easiest one, I think. These other two have that opposite reciprocal thing in there because of the perpendicular, so they can be a little bit trickier. Okay. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to do one of each, and then I'll post another video tomorrow of me doing the other ones. So you could try them on your own and see how you do. Or if you just want to wait and see and hear me talk through it again, that's fine also. So starting with the easiest one first, we are going to find the centroid by drawing the medians. Now, before I even do that, though, I have to draw my triangle. So these are the points of the triangle. So G is at -1, -3. And then we got 7, 1, and 3, 5. I really want a straight edge. There we go. Okay, so we get our triangle. And then we want to, like I said, draw at least 2 medians. So to draw the median, we need to find the midpoint by doing half slope. So I can pick any one of these lines to do that with. So maybe I'll do GJ. So if I count from G to J, I have to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I went up 8, and now I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4. So from G to J, I went up 8 and then right 4. But I need to do half that to find the middle. So I'll do 4, 2. So we'll go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and then over 1, 2. And again, when I'm doing a median, I just connect the midpoint to the angle across, which the angle across is K. So that's just that nice horizontal line right there. Super nice. Okay, I need to do it one more time because I need to find out where they cross each other. So maybe I'll do, I don't know, I'll do JK. Why not? Haha, JK. So if I count from J, I want to start at the leftmost point always. From J to K, I need to go down 1, 2, 3, 4. So down 4, and then over to the right 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, because I want to find the middle, I want to do halfway. So we'll go down to right 2. So down 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we connect that middle to the side, or to the angle rather, opposite, so to G. Now, because I'm trying to find the centroid, that's a point. So I need to label where that point is. And it's right here where they crossed each other, which is located over 3 and up 1. So the centroid is at 3, 1 for that graph. So hopefully that kind of makes sense. Let's next try drawing the altitudes to get the Orthocenter. So that's this first one here. I'm kind of going in order from easiest to hardest. So I think the Orthocenter is next easiest because, yes, I do need to find the slope, but I only have to do one thing with it. Kind of like with the median, I only needed to do half of that. So first things first, we'll get our triangle drawn. So A is at -2, 0. B is at 4, 0. And C is at 2, 4. Straight edge. Nice straight lines. There we go. Okay, so when I'm trying to find the altitude, I need to pick a side and find the slope. So kind of an easy side to pick is AB, because that slope is 0. And the opposite reciprocal of that is kind of undefined, which just means that instead of a horizontal line, it'll be a vertical one. And so I need to draw a vertical line through the angle opposite. So because I was on side AB, I need to go to C and draw a vertical line. So there is one altitude, but now I need to find another so that I can see where they cross each other. And then that will be my orthocenter. So maybe I find the slope of AC. So from A to C, I need to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and then over 1, 2, 3, 4. So I went up 4, over 4. And then I need to do the opposite reciprocal of that. So since it's positive, opposite will be negative. Reciprocal means I flip. So 4 over 4 is still going to be 4 over 4, or really 1. Then I go to the angle opposite. So I was on AC. The angle opposite is B. And at B, I need to do that slope, which says I should go down 4 and then positive 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 to keep it negative, which feels weird to be outside the triangle, but really you just need a spot to connect to. And this line can go as long as you want. Now, the other thing to think about too, though, is instead of going down 4, right 4, I could go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back 4. So negative 4 left, 1, 2, like this. And then maybe that feels a little bit better because you're going through the triangle and you're going to cross through the line that you need to. But again, as long as I have 2 points to connect, the angle that I started from, and then count out slope to another one, I can get the altitude that I need. And if it doesn't go through the triangle, I can just extend it until it does go through that other altitude line. So now that I have 2, I can see where they cross each other, which is located. So the Orthocenter is located at this point right here, which is over 2 and up 2. So that's super nice that they've all been really nice points so far. That won't always happen, but that's kind of nice that it is. And so then last but not least, oh no, we'll try one more after that. I guess we can do the mid segment as well. We will try our circumcenter, which we will find by doing the perpendicular bisectors. So if we try this one out here, let's draw our triangle A, which is at -2, -1, B, C. Alrighty, and so kind of like with the the medians and with the altitudes, I need to do 2 things here. So I need to pick a side. So pick a side and find the midpoint. So let's say we just pick side AC. To find the midpoint, I'm going to do the slope and then cut it in half. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So up 4 over 2. And so halfway will be 2, 1. So I'll go up 2 over 1. And then at the midpoint that I just got, do the opposite reciprocal of the slope I just found. And you can use either one because really the slopes are the same here, but I need to do the opposite reciprocal. So since it's positive, opposite is negative, and then I flip it, so half. And so from here, I'm going to go down 1, positively 2, and then I have 1 perpendicular bisector. I need 2 if I want to find where they cross and call it the circumcenter. So I could also pick line AB and find the slope. So with that one, I go down 2, so down 2 and then right 4. And so if I do half to find the midpoint, we'll have -1 over 2, so down 1 over 2. And then I have to do the opposite reciprocal slope, which opposite will be positive, and then flipped will be 2. And so from here, I need to go up 2 over 1, which actually goes through the other point that I just plotted, which is kind of nice. Like, again, that doesn't have to happen, but that helps me to find that my circumcenter is right where they crossed here, which is at 1, 0. Now, I did say we could do one more, so we could also find the mid-segment. I can't really do the in-center because of the angle bisectors, like I can't do that, but I can find the mid-segment because I can find all the midpoints. So if we draw out this triangle, 1, 3, 3, -1, 5, 3, 1, 2. I can find the midpoints of each side and connect them to get the mid segment. So like with this line, it's pretty easy to find the middle because I can just count the squares. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So right in the middle will be 2. But with the other diagonal sides, I'm going to have to count slope and do half. That's how I find a middle. So down 1, 2, 3, 4 over 2. So down 2 over 1. And same thing over here. So down 2, back 1. And then you can just connect all the midpoints to get your mid segments, aka Triforce. Super cute. So guys, you have a Desmos activity to do with this. You could try these other examples that I didn't do, and then in the video, like I'll go through them quickly on how to do them so you can kind of check and see how you're getting it. This last one though, we'll kind of save and do together in class. So there we go.